YouTube, Quinn Wade, coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. And we're going to talk about the Denver Nuggets having a little trouble with the Memphis Grizzlies. They beat them 122 to 116. The Nuggets go to 35 and 20, 15 and 11 at home. The Grizzlies go to 20 and 33, 9 and 18 on the road. Denver won the first quarter 30 to 28. They won the second quarter 30 to 26. They also won the third quarter 33 to 27. But all that kind of went away in the fourth quarter where Memphis won at 35 to 29. Kyle Anderson, 18 minutes, 8 points, 4 or 5 from the field, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers in the steal. He also had 2 offensive rebounds, 6 personal fouls, and a +3 and +-. Kept getting close to that basket. He was able to make the shots near it when he did. G.G. Jackson led the team in scoring with 21 points. He played 28 minutes to get it. That ended up being the most on the team. And he went 6 of 12 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Good IQ and knowing how to get the easy looks. And he was able to put them down half of the time, and that's great to see. 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, 1 block. 2 offensive rebounds, no personal foul, and a +3 and +-. Jalen Wells, 24 minutes, 17 points, 7 of 9 from the field, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, no turnovers, and a block, 4 personal fouls, and a +7 and +-. He's a guy that's going to get good open looks. He knows how to cut. He knows how to get open. He knows how to move without the basketball. And then he just got to knock down the shots when they're there. Ty Jerome ended up going 3 of 7 from 3, 8 of 9 from the free throw line, and 4 of 11 from the field. He finished with 19 points in 21 minutes. That's a good amount of minutes, good amount of points in those minutes. He also had 7 assists. He's trying to find a way to play that dual guard position, and he did a good job of, knowing when to attack and knowing when to score and knowing when to shoot when needed for the team. 1 rebound, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 personal fouls, and a +3 and +-. Jemai played 22 minutes. He had 9 points. He went 4 of 11 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. He had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block, 3 personal fouls, and 1 offensive board, and was a +2 and +-. Prosper came off the bench and played 23 minutes and had the most minutes almost. But he still finished with 14 points, which was the most off the bench. And he went 6 of 7 from the field to get it, 2 of 3 from the three-point line. And then he had 5 boards, no turnovers in the steal, 4 personal fouls, and was a -18 and +-. I like him. I like what he was able to do. He's been a consistent player for them each and every game throughout this season. And he just picked smart shots, and he did a good job of knocking them down. In this one, his only miss was a 3-pointer. Taylor Hendricks played 20 minutes. He had 10 points. He went 4 of 8 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and a steal. He ended up having 5 personal fouls and was a -5 and +-. I like what he was able to do on this one. He can score inside out. He's long. He's quick. And it ended up being a good game from him from that perspective because it worked out. Lawson played 18 minutes. He finished at the basket and also went and made a free throw, but he did miss his other shot. He went 1 of 2 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 2 offensive boards, 3 personal fouls, and a -3 and +-. Katavious Caldwell-Pope, 26 minutes. That actually was the most minutes played for a guy off the bench. He had 5 points and went 2 of 8 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. He's going to try to shoot. He's going to try to create a little space or get space before he shoot it. He just didn't have it going. And this one, he did have 3 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers, and 2 steals. No personal fouls. It was a -8 and +-. And then Scottie Pippen Jr., 18 minutes for him. He ended up having 8 points. He struggled creating off the dribble. And this one, he also missed a lot of catch and shoot threes in this one, too. He finished 3 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 3 assists. He also had 2 turnovers, 1 steal and a block, 5 personal foul and a -7 and +-. Cam Spencer, 22 minutes, 2 points. He went 1 of 8 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line. He had 2 boards, 9 assists. The 9 assists was the most off the bench and in the game for the Grizzlies. You know he can run that offense real well, but they needed some scoring too if they was gonna pull off the upset to beat the Nuggets, but he couldn't get it done from mid range or from three. He also had one steal, no personal foul, and was a -7 and plus minus. And then you look at the Denver Nuggets. They played a short rotation, but they got it done. Cam Johnson got a three to fall and a dunk to go in transition. He played 29 minutes, had 5 points, went 2 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from three. He had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, and a steal. 3 personal fouls and a -6 and plus minus. Nikola Jokic, he's a really, really good player, and he showed that again with a triple double. 11 assists. He did have 15 rebounds. The problem was he had 9 turnovers in this game. They have a lot of wings and a lot of athletes that can, beat Jokic to the spot or see what he's trying to do and interrupt it. But he had shot 8 of 17 from the field and 10 of 14 from the free throw line. No threes was needed for him tonight, and it was mainly because he was just that patient sometimes when he was trying to make a move or trying to score the basketball, and he usually is. So this is just another game where it worked out for him efficiency-wise when it came to scoring at the free throw line in the field and getting a lot of rebounds and also the assists. But 9 turnovers kind of destroys the assist numbers a little bit in this one. 2 personal fouls and a +8 and plus minus for him. Jamal Murray at the mid-range and the drives going. Not so much from the three-point line. The drives allowed him to go 8 of 8 from the free throw line because he wasn't avoiding physicality. He also had 1 of 5 shooting from three, 7 of 18 from the field. He had 23 points. He had 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 turnovers and a block. 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and was a 0 and plus minus. And then Christian Braun, 39 minutes. That ended up being the most on the team. He also had 14 points and went 6 of 8 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 7 rebounds and 6 assists, 2 turnovers, 3 personal fouls, and a +12 and plus minus. He was getting the dunks and all the shots to go down in this entire game. He's just a really good fit for Denver, just a good athlete, good at understanding how to move without the ball, knowing when to cut, knowing how to drive, and knowing when to shoot. Julian Strother did a lot of the same in this one. He's just a good glove fit and a good piece as a role player for this team. 25 minutes for him, 11 points, 5 of 9 from the field, 1 of 4 from three, 1 rebound, 2 assists, no turnovers, and a steal. 3 personal fouls and a -9 and plus minus. Jonas Valanciunas played 14 minutes. He had 9 points. He went 3 of 5 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 6 boards, no assists, and then he had 1 turnover, 3 offensive boards, and 2 personal fouls. It was a 0 and plus minus. He's been a good fit for him. He's been taking his time, working his magic in the paint, and just taking his time putting it in the basket after that. And he's been a good, solid rebounder for the minutes that he plays. Tim Hardaway Jr., they needed him to step up. He did when it mattered, even in the fourth quarter. 28 minutes, 21 points, had the most points off the bench. He also took the most shots, which was 8. He went 7 of 8 from the field, 4 of 5 from three, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. They need him to have games like this. That's what they brought him in for, to be a guy that can get hot and make threes and also finish at the rim by cutting or getting out in transition. 3 rebounds, no turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and a +12 and plus minus. Bruce Brown, 29 minutes. That ended up being the most off the bench. He had 10 points and went 4 of 6 from the field, 2 of 3 from the three-point line. 3 rebounds, 2 assists. The 2 assists ended up being the most off the bench, no turnovers. 2 personal fouls and a +4 and plus minus. I didn't really have too much of a problem with him in this one because he did everything so well in this game. Jalen Pickett played 9 minutes. That was the lowest amount of minutes played by a guy off the bench and in the game in general for the Denver Nuggets. 3 points, 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from three. And that was a still good enough game because considering that he didn't take that many shots. And the one that he did from three he made, and the other one he missed, but that was it from three. And then the other shot was a 2-pointer. 1 rebound, no turnovers, no personal fouls, and a +9 and plus minus for them. Comparison for their team stats: 81 field goals for the Denver Nuggets, 53% from the field is what they shot. 91 for the Grizzlies, 46% is what they shot. Then 39 3-pointers taken by the Grizzlies. They shot 38%. 22 from three. Denver Nuggets shot 45%. 21 free throws by the Grizzlies, 81%. 32 free throws taken by the Nuggets, 81%. 46 rebounds taken by the Nuggets. They got 46 rebounds by the end of the night. 29 for the Grizzlies. 29 assists for the Nuggets, 28 for the Grizzlies. 14 turnovers for the Nuggets, 6 for the Grizzlies. 2 steals for the Nuggets, 12 for the Grizzlies. 1 block for the Nuggets, 5 for the Grizzlies. 9 offensive rebounds for the Nuggets, 8 for the Grizzlies. 37 rebounds for the Nuggets, 21 for the Grizzlies. 19 personal fouls for the Nuggets, 32 for the Grizzlies. And that's how it goes for the Nuggets. They get another win. They ended up getting a nice challenge to get it done. They ended up having to do a little bit more than they probably wanted to. But if you love competition and you love good basketball, this was a good game to watch. The Grizzlies did all of what they could and what they can control to give themselves a chance to win against one of the best teams in the NBA. The Nuggets just couldn't stop them at one point. They was having just as much success against the Nuggets, defense. You think Nuggets are one of the hardest teams to stop. The Grizzlies, they made it look easy executing and attacking them, whether that was getting to the free throw line, getting the layups, getting the shots to fall from the perimeter. They kept it going. At one point, it was tied late in the fourth quarter before Denver ended up pulling away. Obviously, Denver has the better talent. They have the better players. They have a better chance of winning because of that. And obviously, they can make their job a little bit more easier because the attention that they draw from the defenders make everybody's jobs easier when it comes to getting good looks. And the Grizzlies didn't really have that. They had to try to find a way to get theirs. And it made it look really good because it was actually close for a lot of the game and throughout the fourth quarter. But the better team figured it out, and it was able to manage their players and manage the shot clocks and, make sure they're getting the best possession that they can get for the most part. And that just ended up being a little bit more better than what the Grizzlies was able to do. And the Nuggets get the win because of that. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.